good facilities in the SEC, renovated their stadium. You're recruiting in Texas. They need wins, and they need wins now. The pressure's on Sumlin already. All this did was to all of his critics and naysayers, especially the heat inside that program, ratchet it up times 1,000. Because this was not just losing, this was an unacceptable collapse. Now, here's the thing. People will look at Josh Rosen, and they'll say, what an amazing comeback. This kid's got magic. UCLA had magic with Rosen. There was a couple of throws that Rosen made that should have been intercepted, and the game would have been over. I mean, that comeback should have never happened. It happened, a little bit of luck, but also a lot of awful play. I mean, just mistake after mistake in coverage and on defense by Texas A&M. You had a touchdown go through the hands of their defensive back to be intercepted, game over. Josh Rosen scrambling out left side. He throws into double or triple coverage in the end zone, luckily underthrows it, and the wide receiver can come all the way back to get it. I mean, Rosen made a couple of throws in that comeback that were not great comeback throws. He was just lucky throwing up prayers, and A&M completely misplayed them. Sumlin deserves a lot of criticism for this. A lot. This is an unacceptable loss. But it almost feels like he's fired before the season even started. That no matter what he did, he's criticized forever for 8-4. He can't get over the hump. Is only an 8-4 guy. Well, is this season's version of A&M better than 8-4 with another coach? I think you could argue that. They're not Alabama. Nobody's putting them in that next category with Auburn and LSU. Oh, they're on the same side of the conference as all of those other teams. What happens if their actual potential was 8-4 this year? But that's not going to be good enough because the AD has already sent out the smoke signals. When your athletic director publicly says we need to win more, he could say that privately. He could say that to Sumlin behind closed doors, but he says it publicly because he feels the heat. And once the AD starts feeling the heat, the guy's gone. He's gone. He's not going to make it. So this is just the next step in the inevitable. And this is the worst next step because it happened on national TV on a weekend where everybody was watching college football, and it happened in one of the most disgraceful ways possible. I mean, had A&M won that game going away, there still would have been naysayers at College Station saying Sumlin's not the guy, Sumlin's not the guy, Sumlin not the guy. And they are a victim of their own success in some ways. Because of what Johnny Manziel brought to the table, that infused a totally different set of expectations into the A&M program. Also, Texas being down right now is an opportunity for them to seize the state. They've got unbelievable facilities. I've been there. I've walked through them. I went to the stadium. I was there during the Johnny Manziel days. I've seen it. I've lived it. I know it. I've talked to people down there that work in and around that program. It has the chance to be really, really big. And maybe someone's not the right guy. But they came into the season basically saying someone's going to be fired. And this is just a self-fulfilling prophecy when you lose. And let me also say this about Tony Busby. Shut up. Shut up. This is the part about college football I hate and college athletics is when you have the donor, the booster, the Board of Regents guy that thinks he's more important than he is. That I've got to say something because I'm not happy. Could you imagine if some fan that owns a luxury suite at a Steelers game tweeted how upset he was with Mike Tomlin? Who cares? But in college, those people have voices, and that's always problematic. The people that think they're more important than they are, that have to get their voice out there because they're big stuff. You're big stuff. Do you know anything about football, or are you just an attorney that likes to hear your voice out there and likes to be important? You got money? Unfortunately, in college athletics, you're important. And when you become important because the school bends over backwards for your donations, or because you're on the Board of Regents, you feel like it's your space. Well, it's not your space. You can vote against Kevin Sumlin privately. Do you need to put out a Facebook missive? Shut up. Honestly, shut up.